Few television shows in recent years have captured global attention quite like the Netflix hit Bridgerton. Known for its lavish costumes, romantic storylines, and modern twists on Regency-era society, the series has also made stars out of many of its cast members. Among them is Irish actress Nicole Coughlan, who has won the hearts of fans worldwide with her portrayal of the sharp-witted and secretly powerful Penelope Featherington. But while Coughlan is celebrated for her acting talent and on-screen charisma, she has also found herself at the center of frequent discussions about body image and representation in Hollywood. Recently, the actress made headlines after sharing a refreshingly blunt perspective. She has no interest in being part of the body positivity conversation. Her statement, particularly the remark that, "I actually don't care," quickly sparked debate online, with fans and critics alike trying to unpack what she meant. Yet when examined more closely, Coughlan's comments reveal something deeper, a rejection of the pressure to constantly explain or defend her body in the public eye. Rising to fame through Bridgerton. Before her breakout role on Netflix's period drama, Nicole Coughlan was already a respected performer in television and theater. However, it was her role as Penelope Featherington in Bridgerton that catapulted her to international fame. Penelope begins the series as a seemingly shy young woman navigating London's competitive marriage market. Beneath that timid exterior, though, lies one of the show's biggest secrets. She is actually the mysterious gossip columnist Lady Whistledown. The reveal turned Penelope into one of the series' most fascinating characters, and made Coughlan a standout star. Fans loved her wit, emotional depth, and ability to balance vulnerability with clever manipulation. But along with the praise came a different kind of attention, much of it focused not on her acting but on her body. A spotlight she never asked for. In Hollywood, conversations about body image are nothing new. Many actors and actresses are frequently placed into categories or expected to represent certain movements. For Nicole Coughlan, that often meant being framed as a symbol of body positivity, whether she asked for that label or not. Over the years, interviewers have repeatedly asked her about topics like representation, body acceptance, and how she feels about being viewed as a role model for people who don't see themselves reflected in traditional Hollywood beauty standards. While those conversations can be important, Coughlan has made it clear that she finds the constant focus exhausting. In her recent remarks, she explained that she simply does not want to spend her career discussing her body. Her blunt statement, "I actually don't care," wasn't meant to dismiss body positivity as a concept. Instead, it was about reclaiming the right not to define herself through that lens. Rejecting the label, Coughlan's comments highlight a growing frustration among many celebrities, the expectation that they must represent a specific social movement. Body positivity, originally created as a movement advocating acceptance and respect for all body types, has become widely discussed in fashion, entertainment, and social media. For some public figures, embracing that label feels empowering. For others, it can feel like another kind of box. Coughlan seems to fall into the latter category. Rather than positioning herself as a spokesperson for body positivity, she prefers to focus on her craft as an actress. To her, the conversation about her body often distracts from the work she puts into building compelling characters. In other words, she wants to be known first and foremost for her talent. The pressure of representation. One of the realities of modern celebrity is that fans often look to actors as role models. For someone like Nicole Coughlan, whose success challenges traditional Hollywood expectations about appearance, that can come with an additional burden. When audiences see themselves reflected on screen, it can be powerful and inspiring. But the person playing that role may not necessarily want to become the face of a larger cultural conversation. Coughlan's perspective reminds people that representation doesn't automatically mean responsibility. Actors are performers. While their presence can inspire change, they are not obligated to carry the weight of an entire movement. For Coughlan, the idea of constantly talking about body positivity feels limiting. She would rather be free to explore a wide range of roles without being defined by discussions about her appearance. The double standard in Hollywood. Another reason Coughlan's comments resonated with many fans is that they highlight a persistent double standard in the entertainment industry. Actors who fit traditional beauty standards rarely face endless questions about their bodies. Their interviews tend to focus on their roles, their creative process, or their future projects. Meanwhile, actors who look different from the Hollywood norm are often asked to explain their existence or comment on their body image. Coughlan has previously spoken about this imbalance, noting that questions about her appearance often overshadow conversations about her work. By saying she has no interest in body positivity discussions. She may be pushing back against this imbalance, refusing to allow her body to become the defining topic of her career. Fans react to her honest words. As expected, Coughlan's remarks quickly spread across social media. Some fans praised her honesty, saying it was refreshing to hear a celebrity reject the expectation that they must constantly discuss body image. Others initially misunderstood the quote, interpreting it as criticism of the body positivity movement itself. However, many observers later pointed out that her comments were more nuanced than that. She wasn't dismissing body positivity as an idea, she was simply saying that she personally does not want to center her public identity around it. In a media environment where celebrities often choose carefully crafted statements, Coughlan's blunt honesty stood out. Staying grounded amid fame. Despite her growing fame, Nicole Coughlan has managed to maintain a down-to-earth personality that fans find relatable. In interviews, she often speaks openly about the surreal experience of suddenly becoming a global star. The success of Bridgerton transformed her life almost overnight, bringing international recognition and intense media attention. Yet she continues to emphasize that she is still the same person she was before the show became a hit. Part of that authenticity may explain why her comments about body positivity resonated so strongly. Rather than delivering a polished public relations message, she spoke candidly about how she feels. And in doing so, she reminded audiences that celebrities are human beings, not symbols. The future of Penelope Featherington. While debates swirl around her comments, Coughlan remains focused on her career. Her character Penelope Featherington has become one of the most important figures in Bridgerton. As the secret author behind Lady Whistledown's scandalous gossip columns, Penelope holds enormous influence over the show's fictional society. Fans are especially excited about the character's evolving storyline, particularly her complex relationship with Colin Bridgerton. Coughlan's performance has been widely praised for bringing emotional depth and complexity to Penelope's journey, transforming her from a background character into a central figure in the series. Changing conversations about beauty. Whether she intended to or not, Nicole Coughlan's comments have sparked a broader conversation about how society discusses beauty, body image, and celebrity. In many ways, her stance reflects a shift in perspective. Rather than framing body acceptance as a constant talking point, she suggests a simpler approach: stop making bodies the main topic at all. If actors of all shapes and sizes were treated the same way, judged primarily on their talent, the conversation about body positivity might eventually become less necessary. That idea may seem radical in an industry historically obsessed with appearance, but it also points toward a future where representation is normalized rather than debated. A voice that refuses to be boxed in. At the heart of Nicole Coughlan's statement is a desire for freedom. She doesn't want to be the spokesperson for a movement she didn't choose. She doesn't want interviews dominated by discussions of her body. And she doesn't want her achievements reduced to conversations about appearance. Instead, she wants what many actors want: the chance to do meaningful work and let that work speak for itself. It's a simple request, but in Hollywood, it can be surprisingly complicated. The bigger picture. Nicole Coughlan's comments may have sparked controversy, but they also highlight an important point about modern celebrity culture. Public figures are often expected to represent ideals, movements, or identities that go far beyond their careers. While some embrace those roles, others find them restrictive. By saying she has no interest in body positivity discussions, Coughlan isn't rejecting self-acceptance or empowerment. She is simply asserting that her body should not be the central topic of her professional life. For an actress who has spent years building her craft, that perspective makes perfect sense. Final thoughts. In an era where every celebrity statement is scrutinized and dissected, Nicole Coughlan's candid words stand out for their simplicity. She doesn't want to be defined by her body. She doesn't want to spend interviews discussing it. And she doesn't want to carry the responsibility of representing a movement. Instead, she wants to focus on what brought her success in the first place: her talent, her characters, and her storytelling. And if the reaction to her remarks proves anything, it's that audiences are still learning how to navigate conversations about representation, identity, and celebrity. For now, though, Nicole Coughlan seems perfectly content with her position. She's an actress. She's proud of her work. And when it comes to the endless debates about body positivity, she's made her stance crystal clear.